Happy Friday. Um, I am here to do a review on Married at First Sight, Season 10, Episode 11. How y'all doing out there in this crazy world? I know it's a lot going on the news and everything. And it has just been lots of things. So everybody stay safe. Of course, wash your hands and all that other good stuff. Definitely um just tired. It's just a lot of panicking and things and people buying up all the things in the store. Anyway, enough of that. You guys all came to hear the review for Married at First Sight. So the first couple I'm going to talk about, and this episode is about their 1 month anniversary, their month anniversary. They all get gifts from the experts or the show of their photos of their wedding and their video and things like that. So the first couple I'm going to talk about, we'll go ahead and jump right in with Taylor and Brandon. We see them, they both get their wedding gift separately because they're not staying together. They, he moved out and he said peace. So while Taylor and Brandon later on, they meet up at a nail salon, and she's sitting there, she's getting her nails done. Then he walks in and he sits down. It's kind of awkward, and she's like, hi, how you doing, whatever. And she hands him an envelope or a card, and he reads it, and he says in his, when he's by himself talking to us, he says, well, she wrote an apology in there, just saying that she apologizes for her actions and never wanted him to feel that way. He says, he really wasn't, he didn't take, he was just like, okay, thank you. I wish I would have brought something too. But she was just like, I'm just trying to move forward. I don't want to really dive into, all of the past anymore, because he kind of was going to go backwards and just said, I can't believe you made that tape. And, that's just, I think it was just malicious and you tried to hurt me. And she was just like, okay. Well, she was just like, okay. We talked about that. I don't want to talk about it no more. And, that's what she wanted to, but she kind of was calm with it. It was just like, okay, I gave you a card. I said, I'm sorry. So let's just move on. I'm trying to get over this. But she still could not say I'm sorry out of her mouth. She just really just wanted him to be the blame for everything. Because I will say one thing, if not anything, even though he did do what he did on that bus on the way back and everything. Oh, look at me. Let there be light. It was still like, she wanted him to just be the only one that did something. But no, that's not what I want to say. He did do what he did, but he also apologized. He did actually apologize to her face. He did not even take, as soon as they got back to DC, he did sit down and he did apologize, and he apologized to her family. He said he wouldn't do it again. She just will not even budge. She is just like, I told you I'm gonna get over it, but I wrote it down, and that's it. That's all you're gonna get from me. So basically, she doesn't take ownership of it, and she just asks Brandon, "Can we start over? Can we just get over this? can we, you know, try to learn to be friends? And he was just like, uh-uh. She said, oh, do you even want to be friends? And he said, no. He said, nope, I don't want to be friends. I mean, I think he had his mind made up a long time ago. He did not want to even bother with her anymore. He was done. So he walks out and he says, you know, to the cameras, you know, I'm glad we got to say this on camera. And I guess he was kind of trying to say, you know, you got what you needed, so you could try to do your little thing on camera, but you know, it ain't working for me. So he just lets us know that he feels like she's a narcissist and she's just doing this for TV, and she's just not going to he came on the show to find a soulmate and not a friend, is what he said. So he said he's over it, and she just sat there like, okay. Which I honestly don't think she cares. I think she honestly just wanted to, you know, keep the dialogue up for the show. I really don't think that she really wants to be with him. After all that has gone on, I really don't. But I don't know. But anyway, that was Taylor and Brandon. The next couple I'll talk about is Mika and Michael. Mika and Michael, they meet up to open their gift and their pictures, and they have look at the video and things. And and I don't know if I watched the abridged version or what, but I missed a couple of scenes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I believe from what I've seen is that there must have been a scene where he made her breakfast and she just snubbed him, kind of like, I don't like breakfast. I already told him I like breakfast. So that's a scene that I did not get to see. But from where I picked up was when they met up to watch the video and look at the pictures. And then they exchanged gifts, and she got him this bag of ties. Like, what did she do? Get a shipment from Amazon and then handed it to him in the bag? Like, I thought that was just so janky. Like, you didn't put no effort into it at all. Like, that's just not cool to me. I mean, if you're gonna give a gift, get a bag. You go to the Dollar Tree and get a bag and some paper and make it look nice or something. Like, I just thought that was just so tacky. Give him a bag of ties. Even if the ties were nice, you still take them out and put them in a bag. And he, Mr. Michael, he decides to, after this big speech, you know how he do, lets her know that he got them some tickets to swim with the dolphins, because you know that's what she's into. She wants to swim with the dolphins and as many cities as she can. That's her bucket list. Or he says, oh, you know, I've already given you all this candy. I know you love candy and you give such thoughtful gifts, and I just want to, you know, I want to get to know you better, and I think the best way to get to know someone is by traveling. So I got you. That's how I sounded, because he was just going on and on and on. I got you tickets to Ocho Rios, Jamaica. To swim with the dolphins. So, and Mika was just like, oh, okay, that's nice. Almost like when your child comes and bring you a gift that he made from school, and you're just like, you don't even know what it is. Like, oh, that's so nice. Because she just could not even feel it, because she just does not know if this man is telling the truth. I mean, we already know he lied last week. we already know he's a liar, period. So she's treading on the water real lightly, like, I don't want to get my hopes up, because I wouldn't want to either. I'd be like, okay, we're gonna see if we got them tickets. I'm not taking off work until you really show me what's going on. No. She when we see her talking by herself, she says, that she really appreciates the gift and hopes she just hopes that it really comes to fruition, because you just never know him. But yeah, that was pretty much their day. They seemed to they didn't argue, so that was good. But that was Mika and Michael. So the next couple I'll talk about is Austin and Jessica. Austin and Jessica, they make they go on a date, and he pulls out where he bought this thing where you can make a mold of your hands, and her hand and his hand, and that was cute. That was so sweet. I think that would be, sweet, especially at their stage of the game, and they can have that from years to come, and say they made that on their month anniversary. They go to dinner. They have a really good time, but the only thing that their issue was that Jessica was just like, you don't think it's time that we say I love you? Aren't you feeling that? Don't you think it's time? And he's just like, no, I don't think it's time. And we see her talking by herself, and she's like, I just wish he would have said I love you. That would have made the night even better. I know he does. I know he feels it. He's so sweet, and I really think, and I feel it myself, and I want to say it, but I'm not going to say it first. I think I understand why she, kind of wants to hold back, but that's just exactly why he probably wants to hold back. But she's also talking about it too darn much. He's showing her, he's definitely caring for her, and he's moving towards that. But, she just needs to chill out. And I think they're just making drama, because they don't really have any drama when it comes to them. It's just mostly, there's nothing. It's just, so they have to put something in there to stir the pot up a little bit, and that's all they got. So, anyway, that was Jessica and Austin. They're just simple right now. So that was good. That was Jessica and Austin. So the next couple I'll talk about is Derek and Katie. Katie told there was we see that Katie was telling us that she had texted Derek about the fact that she wanted to go ahead and keep her townhouse, and she just wasn't ready to give it up, even though they may move in with each other. That she just kind of wants to keep that for a little while. And I guess Derek was feeling some type of way. She said he asked her, "Why do you feel such a way? You feel so disgusted to stay with me, or live with me?" And Katie was like, "I never used that word. I don't know where he got that word from." She then says that she tells him, "Well, I told him, I just I don't understand why you say that you may not be able to fall in love with me 6 months down the line, or what have you. So I just don't want to put all my eggs in one basket." And I feel like, in normal circumstances, I would say, you guys should come together, and there should be no question that you should be able to trust this person. But in this circumstance, they just met. And I don't blame her for at least wanting to keep her townhome for maybe even 6 months down the line, just to, kind of fill it out. I don't see why there should be a problem. Unless it's financial, I don't see why there should be a problem. And I believe she said she owned it. So, I mean, why would she not keep her stuff anyway and rent it out? I don't know, but no, there's no way I would give up my stuff right away, especially if I owned it. So, she said she knows she worked her way to get, where she was, and she wants to keep it, and I don't blame her. At some point during that conversation, though, he did say F you to her. And so they definitely did not have, they were upset with each other. I mean, they did this all over text, apparently. So, they later on, they met up and went to dinner, and they kind of they talked it out. And it all kind of worked out. I think it was better because I think over text you don't know what people are feeling. You can read it all day and you can maybe think that that's how they said it, but it may not even be that way. So that's just not the way to argue. You need to be talking to someone face to face. So, they got it all out, and they kind of got to the point where, okay, I understand. And she just said, but you're not going to be disrespecting me, talking about F you. That's what's not going to happen. So I think they got that together, and, they're doing fine now, at least as for now anyway. But, that was Katie and Derek. Okay. So the last couple I'll talk about is a couple who shouldn't even be a couple. Mindy and Zach. Okay, so Mindy and Zach meet up and they go to dinner. Mindy asks Zach, you think you can, spend the night with me? Because I think that, we have to have the full experience of this process, and I don't think I'm getting that. And he was like, oh, really? And she says, well, I just don't understand fully, why you're not fully committed. And he says, well, I know there's something you've been hiding. And she's like, what do you mean? What? And he says, I think you know what I'm talking about. I've been privy to some information, and I don't think that, you keep throwing in my face, oh, I'm not committed to this process, but are you? Are you sure you've been truthful and honest? And she's just looking at him like, what are you talking about, dude? I don't have nothing to hide. I don't have anything to hide. And he just won't stop, says no. And she's like, well, tell me what you're talking about, because I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, well, I'm not going to say it on camera. I'm not going to say that. That's something that you need to say, or it's not up to me to say. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. But, or you need to say it, or you need to bring it out. And Mindy just looks baffled, just like, I don't know what you're saying. And she just, after a while, she's just like, okay, if you won't say it, then forget it. You're not going to keep mind effing me. And she was out. I was like, what in the heck could it be? What is he getting this from? So later on, we see her at her apartment. She, has her little basket of wedding stuff as they've given the other couples, and she calls him and says, hey, I got this basket of wedding stuff. Do you want to come over and look at it with me? He was like, okay, I'll come. So he gets over there, and they're kind of just acting like nothing happened earlier. And then until finally Mindy just kind of says, okay, well, she kept calm, and she says, you know, what's going on? Have you been speaking to some of, you know, one of my friends? You know, what did you think that I'm hiding from you? And he says, he said, yeah, I have been talking to someone, your friend Lindsey. And she's like, Lindsey? And he says, yeah. And she stays calm, and she's like, well, how many times have you spoken to Lindsey? What have you spoken about? What was the conversation about? And he's like, I just spoke to her once, you know, text a couple times. Conversation, you know, it was about, you know, getting to know you, just you know, learning you. Just when we were having issues, it was just somebody to talk to. She was like, well, how did you even meet her or get to meet her? And he says, I reached out to her on Instagram. I cannot believe this man is sitting up here saying he done reached out to her friend on Instagram behind her back, ain't told her nothing. Ain't gonna say she the one that's being the liar and she's the one that's hiding something. I wanted her to say that. Anyway. So she just says, you know, well, do you not think that was deceptive? Do you not think that, you know, that's something you should have told me, that was the right thing to do as my husband? And he's just like, well, you know, it was nothing, and maybe not, but you know, just didn't take ownership of it at all. Just said, oh, you know, yeah, I did it. Are you serious? Like, I can't even believe it. I cannot even believe it. He just says, well, you know, I guess he can feel the tension, so he just gets up and leaves. So then she calls her friend Lindsey. Later on, we see her calling her friend Lindsey. And she asks her, you know, hey, what's going on? You know, what type of conversations were you having? I can forgive you, but, you know, I need to know what's going on. And Lindsey says, you know, we had conversations, some about you, but not all about you. I think we were building a friendship. And, you know, but I don't know, you know, I don't want to have any contact with him any longer. I think he's, you know, a liar and a sociopath. And she says something like, I won't even talk to him until after taping. What? Are you serious? What do you need to be talking to my husband for at all? Like, what are you talking about? I cannot believe this. So he's a liar, and you know, she asked her, you know, how many times have y'all talked on the phone? And she says, well, at least 2 or 3 times. And she said, oh, it wasn't once? And she said, no, it was 2 or 3 times. And she says, okay, so somebody's lying. She's asked her, you know, okay, y'all message back and forth. When's the last time he texted you? She said this morning. He texted me and said, good morning, happy Friday. And Mindy was like, what? He don't even call me. He don't even text me. Are you serious? So you mean to tell me this man won't stay with her, won't even stay in the other room? She got to call him to come look at some pictures. He don't call her or text her on a regular basis, but he's calling her friend saying good morning? Are you serious? She should have cussed both of them out. That don't make no daggone sense. So the friend says she deleted all the texts, so she doesn't have them, and she just does stupid stuff, and she's a big dummy. She didn't say that, but that's what she said in my head. Because I mean, that's all. I mean, you're dumb. What do you mean you didn't you erased them? You lying. You lying. So, she gets off the phone with her, and then we see poor Mindy just lay down and says, somebody's lying. Oh my God, I was just so sad. I cannot believe. What is it that she's hiding, though? What are they talking about? That's what I need to know. What did this girl say to him? Did she lie? Did she make something up? You know how girls be like, oh, she ain't this and she did that and she's all about this. Trying to make her look bad so she can have him. She should beat her. Man, I hope she get on camera so we can see what's going on. Ooh, I hope so. Okay, but yeah, that was episode 11. It was a pretty nice episode, I guess. But yeah, this last part with Zach and Mindy, wow, it just left us hanging. I can't wait till next week. But that was season 10, Married at First Sight, episode 11. So please join me next week for the episode 12 review. Please like and share. So you can always I would love to get other subscribers, and y'all come talk to me, leave a comment, let me know how you felt about the show. But definitely subscribe to my channel so you can know when my videos upload. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night and stay safe. Wash your hands.